Hey, how's everybody doing? So I know I said that the next video would be the stropping video, but I did notice that we have gone over 300 subs. So just want to say thank you for the support, and as a token of my gratitude, I'd like to do a giveaway. So I just want to double check with Peter. He's been a little busy, so I haven't asked him yet. But I want to do a giveaway of the next, the Cock Group soap. So that one's going to be called All About the Wood. And it'll be Hawaiian sandalwood, some other woodsy notes. So sounds really nice, sounds really cool. I haven't gotten to test it yet, but I'm really excited for it. So if you'd like to enter the giveaway, just comment down below what your current favorite setup is, and also I'm in. Please put both of those things, or if you don't, I'm probably gonna assume you don't want to enter the giveaway. So yeah, just remember favorite setup and I'm in. So that's it for the giveaway. Again, thank you very much for your support, and yeah, just enjoy making content right now. But anyway, so that's it for the giveaway. So if you're only here for that, you can click off now. But yeah, we're gonna get into a shave. So for today, like I kind of showed, I'm gonna be going with the current Cock soap that is unfortunately unavailable. I asked Peter about the Hawaiian holiday. I don't think he's gonna go through with it, unfortunately. So if you missed out on it, at this time it's not available. Probably around the same time it came out this year, next year, I'm probably gonna ask Peter if he'd like it to do it again, just because I feel like it did really well, pretty popular, and if you missed out on your chance to get it, this would be your opportunity. The group really blew up after we did that first soap, and a lot of people were disappointed they missed out. So yeah, I'd like to just give people an opportunity to get it again, and I'll probably need some more. I decided that this one's my next soap that I'm killing, so I've just been using that, and it is one of my favorites. So today is just gonna be like a kind of favorite setup day. Just gonna have a chat, I guess, and just be chilling. I do have these super gorgeous pimples on my neck. I have no idea why. They just look atrocious though, so I gotta get rid of those. But anyway, so brush for today, going with my Wild West Brushworks. This handle is called Enceladus, and it's got a B5 knot in it that is probably one of the best just knots that I've ever used. And I'm gonna be going with the Awabi. Felt like the colors kind of matched all nicely, and I haven't really been posting on Instagram and stuff, and I don't know, I just like to use setups even if I'm not showing people that match well. I don't know, might be a little bit of an OCD thing or something, but that's just the way I like to do it. And I do have 2 days of growth. Oh, that's gonna get annoying super quick. 1 second. Just had to let the dog into my room. My girlfriend's sitting in there right now, and she has the door closed for the AC, and he just kind of likes to sit in the room and stuff, and scratches on the door when he wants to get in. But hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're all having a good week. It's Saturday at the time I'm recording this, so my weeks, I mean, work-wise, they've been kind of slow. My students are all just waiting on check rides that aren't for like another month, so I don't really want them to peak too early. Normally like 2-3 weeks is good enough to prep somebody. So, and I mean, that's like a month. My earliest one is a month out from now. It's the, well, just under a month. It's the 10th of October. And then the other two are the 21st and the 24th. So, we've got a bit of time. But yeah, I've just been going to the gym. Gym's been going really well. I don't think, yeah, in my last video, it didn't happen yet, but I did tear my hamstring. It was like a slight tear, just a minor tear, but tear nonetheless. I was running, thought I had warmed up well enough. Clearly I did not in my old age. And I was running along, and all of a sudden I just felt a pop on the back of my leg, and pretty much right away I knew what happened. Luckily it was just like a minor tear. So I thought I had pulled it. So it's a little better than what I had assumed had happened. Just trying to clear the lather away from those pimples. It's like I'm a teenager or something again. But yeah, so I couldn't really, I mean, I did train during that time. I had to change my exercises up though, and kind of steer away from the things that I normally like to do. So I'm a big fan of like the incline bench press, because if you're, you know, if you're just working out to stay healthy and stuff, you know, it's not too much of a concern. But I have like, when I started lifting, it was from like more of a bodybuilding background, so that's how I prefer to work out, which, you know, isn't the only way to work out, but it's just the way I do. So I pay attention to a lot of like proportion, aesthetics, stuff like that. So when I bench press, I prioritize the clavicular head or the upper chest. And because of that, I really like the low incline bench press. So most inclines are set up on like a 45-degree angle. Low incline is more like a 30. I feel like it takes the stress away from the anterior deltoid a little bit more, puts it more on the chest. But I really like doing dumbbell incline because I like the range of motion, and it's really hard to set up a barbell incline, low incline at least. But I have to stray away from that because of my hamstring. I couldn't pick up the dumbbells. I lift, I mean, relatively heavy. I mean, dumbbells, I don't really know what people define as heavy, but yeah, I had to change away from that to barbell, which was good. I did enjoy barbell benching. I haven't done it in a long time. And I did slightly change up my shaving technique, as you can see here. Wonder if that shouldn't have anything to do with those ingrown hairs. I'm actually going more with the grain on the lower parts of my neck when I do that. So I don't think that would be cause for any ingrown hairs or irritation, but yeah, kind of all over the place right now. Yeah, and then so that's how I altered my chest workout to work around my injury. For my back, I had to stay away from pretty much any kind of unsupported rowing movement. So I really like doing barbell rows normally. Barbell rows, dumbbell rows, T-bar rows, all that kind of stuff. Even cable rows were a little too much for me. So I ended up doing a chest supported T-bar row. Luckily we had that machine. Or I would do like a machine row too. And then that's all I really had to alter there. And then for legs, I couldn't do pretty much any kind of hamstring stiff leg movement. So I've been doing hack squats, which I actually like more than regular squats because they hit my quads more. They're a little easier on my lower back. I have a pretty long torso, if you look at me like full body, and because of that, whenever I do any kind of like deadlifts or squats, the hinge my upper body creates with my hips, it's really, the lever arm is really long, so my lower back strains a lot. And I don't really wear a belt when I train. I probably should, but I don't want to buy one, mostly because I'm trying to lean down, so I don't want to buy a belt that's too big and then I can't fit it eventually, and then I don't want to buy a belt that's too small and I can't use it till I lose the weight, and then that's kind of annoying. So I've just been training beltless. I mostly train like without the assistance of anything. I don't use wrist wraps. Any kind of grips, stuff like that. Probably should for my right wrist, just because my wrist has been a little irritated as of late, but it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, that's just how I've been training. Having a good knowledge of like different exercises is always good, because that gives you options for exercise selection. So if you have to work around some kind of injury, if there's like a movement that maybe you can't do but you want to do something kind of similar, it's always good to have like a good knowledge of different exercises. That way you can work them into your program. Maybe you've been doing the same program for a few months, kind of looking to change it up a little bit. You can always throw in a different exercise, maybe add on a new one, swap something out. So definitely pays to learn about different exercises. Maybe even if you're not going to do them, maybe it's just good to know them just in case, you might want to try it later or something. Now, you may be wondering, where should you go to learn about exercises? YouTube is great, and I would definitely not recommend Instagram so much. The reason being, and a lot of channels that I watch have been talking about it as of recent, is the way the Instagram algorithm works. If you're not posting like every single day or something, you're not popping up on people's feeds. So in order to, you know, remain on people's feeds with the algorithm, a lot of influencers trying to make workout videos daily, and because of that, they end up making up like routines, or they're trying to like reinvent the wheel with exercises, and because of that, they're either doing things that are either not as effective as the standard version, or a lot of the times just blatantly unsafe. When it comes to exercise, I'm a firm believer in just really sticking to basics. So for my chest, like I said, I like to do the incline bench press. That's a pretty standard movement. You can do the flat bar or flat bench press. I recommend dumbbells over barbell if you're not particularly looking to build strength, because with the barbell, you're in a fixed range of motion like that. But with dumbbells, you can come together, and I mean, I don't know if you can tell on the video, but when I come together, one of the functions of the chest is to create shoulder abduction, so bring your arms together. So dumbbells allow you to do both extension right here and abduction right there. So I mean, you can just try just going from here to here, and you can feel your chest contract. So I like dumbbells for that reason. Now, you know, everybody's different. Some people do get really good results off of the barbell bench press. Like one of the YouTubers I watch, Omar Isuf, he gets really great chest development off the barbell bench press. It kind of depends on your genetics and bone structure. Like if you're very torso dominant, so your shoulders are really wide, stuff like that, maybe you might respond a little bit better to the barbell bench press. But some people just feel it a lot in their triceps and shoulders and don't feel like they get too much chest development. So it kind of comes down to experimenting. Unfortunately, when experimenting with programming, it's more of a long-term thing, so it's not like you can really just do it one workout and kind of gauge your results from there. You kind of might have to do it for a few weeks, a few months maybe, and gauge if you're making the kind of gains or development you want to see. But if you're going for strength, like just overall, you just want to put weight on the bar and move it, the barbell bench press is obviously the better choice. But yeah, I like the dumbbells personally. That's my my preferred movement. So I do, yeah, like I was saying, just kind of the basics. I went off on a little bit of a tangent there, but stick to the basics. So barbell bench or bench press for your chest, I like to do low to high cable flies. You can use cable flies, but you just want to watch the range of motion eventually. Problems for your shoulders. And then it's a little bit unconventional, but I like to do a reverse grip barbell press, and just kind of hits the clavicular head a little bit more. Like I said, I kind of emphasize that upper pec. So, and then I do dips, another very just kind of basic movement. So that's my chest workout. For shoulders, I don't really do a pressing movement, like a vertical press for shoulders, because my anterior deltoid, as you can kind of see this one right here, it's very like borderline overdeveloped, and I've never really been a shoulder presser for my entire life. That kind of boils down to just like genetics and what muscles respond better to your bench pressing and stuff like that. And yeah, my anterior deltoid is just, like I was saying, borderline overly developed. So I'm not a shoulder presser. Also, I can't really just find a way to work it into my current training split, even if I wanted to. I kind of have to sacrifice a chest day for that, and that's not something I really want to do. So for shoulders, I mostly focus on the medial and rear deltoid, which I was listening to somebody and they said in people who are active, there's about, I think they said 50% increase in anterior deltoid development, but only like a 20 or 15% increase in medial, and like a 10% increase or something really low like that in the rear. So they're obviously very underemphasized when it comes to shoulders. And working out the medial and anterior and rear deltoid head are not only important for aesthetics, they give you that like deltoid look. So it's a deltoid because it's meant to be shaped like a triangle, so front, middle, rear. But not only is it important for that, but it's important for your overall shoulder health. Like if you have overdeveloped anterior deltoids and underdeveloped rear and medial deltoids, you'll have a very rounded forward look, and eventually this will lead to like shoulder pain. You're not going to be able to like flex your chest as much. Your posture will be bad. Just the rounding of the upper back, like not being able to retract your scapula, it leads to a lot of problems. So I find it very important to work both the medial and rear deltoid. And so for that, I do lateral raises. Pretty much not too much else you can do for your medial deltoid aside from some kind of lateral raise movement. Some people like upright rows, and one of my favorite YouTubers, Athlean X, Jeff Cavalier, he does not like the upright row, and I don't 100% agree with what he's saying. I think if you do it incorrectly, it's definitely a poor exercise. Can just show real quick. Right after I finish up. beautiful. A little blood right here, and I had some pimples. I don't know, my neck is getting like, it's being a little weird right now, so might have to take another shaving break just to let my neck kind of heal, or I don't know, but yeah, like right here, just kind of breaking out for some reason. I don't feel any irritation, so I don't quite know what it could be. But real quick with the upright row. So most people, you'll see they'll do a really close grip. And what that close grip causes is called internal rotation of the shoulder. And the way the shoulder is kind of made up, when you do what's called external rotation, it opens up the shoulder joint and it leaves room for all the nerves and muscles, and this is very healthy for your shoulders. So going from here to here, external rotation. So that's good. You want to do that. Now, internal rotation, it closes up the shoulder joint, and it kind of condenses all the nerves, and that's where you get like shoulder pain, like you pinch nerves, you do things you kind of just don't want to do. And so for that reason, don't do the upright row close like this. If you're going to do it, I'd suggest going shoulder width or slightly wider than shoulder width and pulling up to here, because at that point you're kind of just doing like a lateral raise, except with your arms bent. So that's if you're doing upright rows, that's a change I would suggest making. I personally just don't do them, just because I like the I like the contraction I get off of lateral raises more. And then for rear deltoids, I like to do like bend over reverse flies. I like a rear delt row. I would suggest YouTubing that one. It's kind of hard to explain. And reverse pec deck, stuff like that. For triceps, I do skull crushers. Close grip bench is another good one. Overhead extensions with a dumbbell, single arm, 2 arms. Those are good too. Throat's a little scratchy for some reason. But yeah, that's triceps. For back, I love pull-ups. I think pull-ups are one of the best exercises you can do. If you can't do pull-ups, I would suggest finding either a like using a band to help yourself, or if your gym has it, using an assisted pull-up machine. I like pull-ups a little bit more than the lat pull-downs, just because it's good to work with your own body weight, work with your own strength. So I just like it for that reason. And then from there, like I was saying, rows. I love rows. Back is probably my favorite muscle group to work out. So dumbbell rows, cable rows, barbell rows, T-bar rows, all those are all great, and you can vary them how you want. And then for biceps, I just do like pretty standard dumbbell curls. I like incline curls, so done on a 45-degree incline bench. And then concentration curls. I'm not a huge fan of the barbell. I feel like I can't get as good of a contraction. It kind of hurts my wrist a little bit, honestly. And I do need to stretch my wrist more and improve my wrist mobility. But yeah, I don't like barbell curls that much. And then that pretty much covers most of my workouts. Lower body, I squat, deadlift, if you can do them. I like RDLs, Romanian deadlifts, so that's a more stiff leg deadlift, hamstring focused deadlift. I like that a little bit more than conventional. And then for squats, barbell squats are awesome. Getting a little, might be a little dehydrated. But you want to make sure you have proper form, so go watch a video. Athlean-X, Scott Herman, they both have really good squat tutorials. But I guess I'll end it around here. 30 minutes for 300 subs. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you found this informative. Hope you found this helpful. Yeah, aside from that, thank you for the support. Again, 300 subs, that's awesome. And just hope to be making more content for you guys. So, like I said, strap video next. Try to get it out soon. And aside from that, have a good one. See ya.